Drama. How I do love drama. Especially drama that's completely innocuous and doesn't hinder me in any way. I like watching drama from the sidelines. It's just the movies of real life where people who can't possibly be real get upset about things that they can't possibly be getting upset about. How boring and sad and, you know, painfully useless does your existence feel and need to be in order for you to start canceling stuff? For you to go out on Twitter and start harassing people for literally no reason? Well, that is the exploration that we will be taking today. There is a series called ReZero that I love very much. I am in the midst of rewatching ReZero as we speak. Like, even on rewatch, it's a damn good show. I appreciate it a lot. It's the pinnacle of isekai. And with ReZero Season 3 on the horizon, it's coming soon. I'm so excited. I love this show. I love just watching this dude Subaru, who's kind of an asshole, get tormented and suffer, because I like watching assholes suffer. I'm such a weird, twisted man. But anyway, people are mad. Very mad. So we're going to be delving into how mad all these people are at ReZero and why Season 3 is already getting canceled. I love toxic fandoms. I just love people getting angry because they feel like getting angry. Oh god, this is going to be an exciting adventure. We got lollies, we got booba, we got everything on us with us today. So, return by death to hit that subscribe button right the frick now. Let's just jump right into it.
Currently, ReZero Season 3 is coming under scrutiny, and that's due to some of the content which will be present in Season 3 of the anime. And there has been a lot of traction on places like Twitter and forums like Reddit and MyAnimeList that are criticizing the show for the sexualization of certain characters.
Oh god, it's gonna be lolly stuff. Oh god, I'm dying. Oh no, I'm making a grave mistake. I am making a grave error. It's lolly stuff, isn't it? Oh no.
And in this video, I'll be talking about why ReZero is getting cancelled.
Damn.
If you're a web novel reader, then you will obviously know what I'm talking about. But for many of you who are anime only people, that's fine, because I'm going to explain
I'm an anime
why
only
exactly is Season 3 under fire. And that's due to the sexualization of certain characters and the appearance of other characters, which I'll talk about in a bit. Now, if you're a ReZero anime watcher, you might be thinking to yourself, sexualization of characters?
Garfield?
What's going on?
What the devil is a Garfield?
Hey, this isn't Kiss Sis, this isn't High School DxD, this isn't, you know, a certain magical index. What are you talking about? ReZero doesn't have fan service at all. What are you talking about?
Okay, alright, dude. Okay, alright, dude. ReZero doesn't have fan service at all? Really? No fan service at all? Yes, okay.
However, if you're a person that watches my...
Also, Echidna is by far the greatest waifu in the history of anime. I'm just saying, she's up there. She's an S tier waifu.
Live streams, or you're actually interested, there's actually quite a lot of fan service in the manga, light novel, and web novel of ReZero. And in the future, I'll be making...
Does petting Puck count as fan service?
Making a video sort of compiling it. Ooh. So if you want to see all of the fan service in ReZero, where you see characters' underwear and stuff like that, feel free to subscribe, because I'm going to be making a...
This dude is just fueling his addiction. He's like, oh, dude. I'm staring at anime girls' panties right now as a business write-off. That's right. This is a business expense.
So let's actually go to the issue and why there is all of this drama. And this begins with the sort of unneeded sexualization of characters. And the first character...
I mean, that's just anime in a nutshell.
...in question is a question called Liliana. And this character can be seen on screen.
It is the lollies. I was right. Oh, damn. Twitter is gonna have a field day.
Now, as you can tell, she's an extremely petite woman. She's like 20 or 21 years old. She carries a sort of musical instrument. And as you can imagine, she plays music and she sings. However, most of you can already see where this is going, where she is...
No, I don't see where this is going at all. She's 21. What do you mean?
Of course, looks like a little child, right?
Oh, now that you mention it, I kind of see it. I kind of see it now that you bring it up. I mean, I didn't notice before, but now that you bring it up, I could see it.
And she's wearing very provocative clothing,
like everyone.
And this is one of the reasons why people are starting to argue on Twitter and MyAnimeList, and people are believing that she will be censored or redesigned.
I don't know if she'll get redesigned, but she will get blasted on Twitter.
Now, one of the most interesting pieces of information is the fact that Liliana has already met Subaru and the rest of the cast before. In the 1 month time gap between Arc 2 and Arc 3, so after Subaru saves Ramen from the Witch Beasts, it takes around 1 month or 2 months before they go to the Royal selection.
This dude needed to write a script
for the royal selection to take place. So Liliana has already went to the Roswell Mansion to sing for Subaru and the rest of them. So she has been introduced in a side story, but most of you may not have read that yet. However, that's not all. It's the fact that Liliana is sometimes put in pretty sexualized situations. So on screen you can see it.
This is just the relatability face. No one's simping for her, but everyone relates to her right
illustration, which is in season 3, where Priscilla is changing clothes, and I had to censor it because it's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, thank you, by the way, for saying that there was no fan service in
you know, Priscilla is pretty much naked. You can
pretty much, yeah,
see her underwear. You can see like a sort of bulge where her panties are.
This dude never spoke to a woman.
Liliana's like drooling, and this is just stuff which was added into the light novel. This was not in the web novel, and when Tape wrote the light novel, he just added this in for no reason.
Incredibly
so when I talk about fan service,
yeah, this just isn't
this is what I'm talking
canon,
about.
I guess.
And of course, a lot of people,
dude's just leaving this on screen. He's just like, listen, I don't need dancing images and cool editing to keep you invested. I'm just gonna put this on screen and leave it here for 4 minutes.
Again, go to this idea that sexualizing Liliana is like sexualizing a minor. And again, this is where the controversy is sort of coming from. However, that's not all. It also involves another character known as Capella. Capella, of course, is another new character which is in the trailer for ReZero Season 3.
She looks cool.
And of course, the same sort of criticism comes with this character, because Capella, which you can see from the ReZero Season 3 preview poster, is in the top right hand corner, and she is again what you would call a lolly, and again she is wearing pretty much no clothing, and there's even a shot in the preview where she's like holding onto her like panties, like the panty strap, and as you can see she's wearing like a bikini top, and it's pretty sexualized. So again,
thank you for describing it. I wouldn't notice if you wouldn't have explained
this is getting ReZero attacked by a lot of people.
I mean, I get it.
Funnily enough, by the way, Mashoko Tensei fans are attacking ReZero for this. I don't get it.
That's kind of ironic.
But it's a thing, apparently.
That is kind of funny.
Most of
the isekai genre is like mega split. Like you got Mushoku Tensei fans saying Mushoku Tensei is superior to ReZero and attacking them.
By now that have.
By the way, Stevie, you gotta put blocks on all this shiz. I don't want any of this in a YouTube video.
Watched ReZero have realized that there's a lot of lolly characters in the series. In fact, there's even a rumor that Subaru is a lolly mancer. That's like a nickname he gets.
What? Are we watching the same anime? What? Who called him a lollymancer?
There's quite a lot of lollies in the series, and some of them are obviously sexualized. So some people are wondering, why does Tape keep introducing these lolly-like characters?
Okay, but Beatrice is incredibly based. She is like one of the best characters in the show. Beatrice is just unfathomably based. I have nothing against lollies, I'll have you know. I find sexualized lollies weird. Ultimately, it's a victimless crime. There's no human that's getting there, and they're adults in this show, so it's a victimless crime. Doesn't mean I don't find it a little weird. Yeah, baby. Beatrice, incredibly based.
Who eventually come to like Subaru. And again, of course, we have Beatrice, and of course you have Petra, you have Felt, and you have a few more characters which are spoilers to mention, so I'm not going to mention them. But then you have the introduction of Liliana and now Capella, who are dressed very provocatively. Another dose of criticism comes from, of course, Shula. So the character in the top left of the poster is a girl that wears sort of orange and black. And her name is, of course, Shula, and she appears in Arc 6.
Well, what is
Similar to some of the Arc 5 character designs, Shula is dressed in, again, a very fan-servicey, provocative manner. And on screen, you'll see what she looks like when you actually remove all of the other characters. And you can see she also, like Capella and Liliana, wears a sort of bikini.
What's wrong with that? This is your average waifu.
It's extremely sort of fan-servicey. And
dude, ReZero's fan-servicey. It's like every other isekai ever created. Every isekai's fan-servicey. Why is it getting hate for this?
When I talk about ReZero fan service, again, this is what I'm talking about. And again, this is the reason why ReZero is getting a lot of flack.
And it's not even a lolly,
it's just comparing it to stuff like Mashoko Tensei.
Unless it turns out she's 12.
And, you know, you have all these sort of pedophile accusations flying out there. But you get the idea. And, of course, people are wondering, why is it that so many female characters are being sexualized when in, of course, Season 1 or Season 2, you didn't really see this?
In Season 1, you did see it. It was fan-servicey even in Season 1. Like, dude, every time he would see Emilia and he would, like, start wiggling his fingers and be like, oh, Emilia-tan! Oh, how I would like to rest my head on your lap. Oh, how you're looking so fine and pretty and beautiful. And she's like in middle of changing or whatever. That's kind of, that's fan servicey too. Yes, obviously, you know, it gets clicks, which is why they included it.
Of course, you then also have another character that appears in Arc 6, a character called Reed. I won't really talk too much about him, but the thing about Reed is that he's pretty weird, and
he's pretty weird. Wow, just defined an entire fan base.
He, we'll just say, sexually harasses people. And again,
I mean, so does Subaru. If you're saying that this didn't happen there, I don't think you remember how much sexual harassment Subaru does. Subaru sexually harasses Emilia, Rem, and Ram so much. I mean, obviously, it's all kind of laughed off. It's not taken seriously. It's an anime. It would be weird in real life, but... Like, come on, man, you're gonna cancel this for that? Do you remember the first season? Every time he sees Emilia, he's acting all simpy and harassy-ish. Or he grabs freaking Rem and Ram's hands. He's holding one of their hands in each of his hands, and he's saying, wow, Rem, your boobs are bigger than Ram's. That's not sexual harassment. What?
As you can imagine, this is like a big no-no. And, of course, when Reed does appear in Season 3, I can imagine this will be another big controversy. Okay? So again, this is sort of like a culmination of factors which is going to occur during Season 3. And this is the reason why there's a lot of drama happening at the moment.
There is drama.
People are trying to cancel ReZero.
It's just Twitter being Twitter.
There's a lot of discussion. And this is the reason why I sort of mentioned before about this idea of maybe certain characters being censored or things being changed. Now, I understand a lot of people would disagree and be like, no, Tape won't change the character designs. But again, we've seen this before, and I do feel like something will happen. For example, Priscilla changing in the clothing room with Liliana. I feel like that's something that will get cut out. I don't feel like
but then again, that's not even really canon. It's in the light novel, not the web novel. So that's not even really canon.
It will be in an anime. And again, if you think back to Season 1, when Subaru was shouting at Emilia in like episode 13 or episode 14 of Season 1, there was a lot of backlash then. Remember, people were calling Subaru a bad character. People were calling Subaru a misogynist, sexist.
I don't know if he's sexist or misogynist, but he definitely does sexually harass Emilia for like the first third of the show.
For being entitled with Emilia and expecting Emilia to like him.
Yeah, I remember that. But that's what makes him a good character. It's that he is flawed.
Imagine a backlash then. But imagine it now that ReZero is more popular and more widespread when, you know, all of these sexualized, young-looking characters appear. So again, let me know your opinion. Do you feel like ReZero will be censored?
It might be a little censored. Nothing big deal. Like, all in all, I think people getting upset over ReZero are kind of getting upset about nothing for the most part. I do get the sexualized lolly thing, though. It looks like a child. It looks like someone's beating it off to, you know, a kid. I get it. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam!